Well, hi, everybody. This is your stay-at-home grandmom, and I'm going live. Okay, I don't know what's wrong, but anyway, I'm not going to fool around with it. Anyway, hello, everybody. I'm stay-at-home grandmom, and I am trying to, first of all, I don't know what's wrong with this camera down here. I have to probably go on and have it fixed or something like that. I'm not really sure what's going on. Second of all, there's a couple of things that won't go. I don't know what's happening. Anyway, I'm on. Okay. Hey, Jonas side, how you doing? Haven't seen you in a couple of days. I know you're working. Are you working today? Okay, so but we're gonna go ahead anyway. So this is the $1 Million Spaghetti Challenge, and I'm asking some people. I'll call out some people at the end of at least 4 who want to challenge. And of course, I have to drink my coffee. So my spaghetti's cooking behind me. Hamburger's already done because, and Carol be in the $1 Million Spaghetti Challenge. So the $1 Million Spaghetti Challenge doesn't really have as far as I'm concerned, it doesn't really have a specific spaghetti type of a style. Hey, Ray, how you doing? Okay, but, you add your things in. So I'm going to add in, my hamburger is already cooked. I'll show it to you in a minute. Okay, and it has cheeses. I also have to do macaroni and cheese because I promised my girls that I would have macaroni and cheese. So I'm doing that, but I'm doing that in the pan. But this is going in the oven, and I really need to turn that oven on too. So I forgot about that. This is a tomato. Okay, let me put this down just a little bit so you can see. And excuse, like I said, I don't know what's going on with this. I will get into it tomorrow. I'm not going to get into it today. Okay, so this is the onion. I'm going to cut the onion. How's everybody doing? I am doing fine. As well as could be expected. I didn't feel too good yesterday, but I did what I had to do and then took a shower and went back to bed. And these are the jalapeno. This is my first jalapeno from my yard, from my garden. So I'm going to do my tomato. So this is my spin on it. You're the first one called out. Ray, you're the second one called out, so I need 2 more. I'm not going to bother you. I'm not going to bother you, Jonas, because you work all the time. And there's no really like measurements and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't think there's ever been any measurements in spaghetti as far as I and Carol, I think that you. Now, good. What's the matter, Carol? Carol's from Boston too, and her family had a restaurant in the North End. So I think spaghetti was like it was because my mother and they ate spaghetti and stuff as well. But I think each person's spaghetti was just each person's spaghetti. But this is $1 Million Spaghetti. So, and don't tell me I'm not going to get $1 million for it because I'm not. I'm just. You know how you see them chop up the little vegetables and it's all and everything like that. I can't do that. Yeah, I'm going to do my mac and cheese, but I'm going to do it in the pan. But I'll show you how I'm going to do that in a minute. But I'm going to do this first because I got to do a bechamel for both of them. Oh, that popped. So because your girl don't have any green peppers, but they're not there yet. So I'm going to use jalapeno peppers. So I don't know whether I told you all. I have to go to the doctor's Thursday. I got carpal tunnel in my left hand because I use my left hand quite a bit. And they're going to have to operate because two of my fingers are going now. And so he doesn't want me to, or she doesn't want me, whatever. I don't even know whether it's male or female. I know that the doctor that did my knee, it's his office. So he has certain doctors for certain things. So I don't know when I'm going in. I know it's supposed to be day surgery, but I'll keep you posted. But I got to have it done, because there's something a little bit on my vein or something. I don't know. There's always something in Chicago. I don't even live in Chicago. So I'm using my first pepper. My bell peppers should be up and running in another maybe about a week or so. They're out there, they're flowering. But every time I get ready to go out there, it's been raining. It rains like every night when I want to go out there. But the rain is good for the plants. Yeah, it's quick procedure. I'm not worried about it. If I can go and have the MRI done, I can have anything done. Because like I said, when I went to go have the MRI done, I'm like, I forgot because I haven't had an MRI in years, okay, that they were going to send me through this little canal. And I'm not claustrophobic, but I did a lot of praying. Okay, so I'm going to put this in the pan and I'm going to put the tomato sauce in. So I'm going to lift this up. I got to see what's wrong with this daggone screen. Because I turned it off for a minute. So I'm going to put the tomato sauce in, and this is Del Monte's mushroom pasta sauce. I wiped the can off already. All right, and then I'm going to add all of my spices. So I'm going to push this down just a little bit. So of course some red pepper flakes. It already has some hearts. But see, I like my stuff hard. My husband not so much. Onion powder, garlic salt, and oregano. I'm going to stir this around just a little bit and then let it simmer. Just so that all of the seasoning can get in. Okay, so I'm gonna lay this up here. I'm gonna turn this off. I gotta get this colander. I'm gonna strain the spaghetti. Yeah. I'm gonna leave that right there because I don't want to put that down. Strain all my spaghetti. Okay, so that's strained, and this is cooking. Okay, so now we have to make the bechamel sauce, and I need a spoon. Got my little wooden spoon. Bechamel sauce is real easy, but I have to make it for two different things because I have to make it for the macaroni and cheese. Hey, Mobs, how you doing? Mobs is number 3. So Mobs, Ray, Carol, you all have to make this $1 million spaghetti to your taste. Mom said, wait a minute, I just got in. So in the bechamel sauce, I'm going to put not coffee. I'm also going to like knock things over, you know. So I'm going to put the Italian style, which has provolone. It has mozzarella, smoked provolone, Romano, Parmesan, and Asiago cheese, all in one bag. What's up, Mob? I was watching you on my TV last night. I don't know whether you were on or not, but I can only I can't make a comment on the television. I can only watch them. So use a half a bag of that. Like I said, because I've got 2 different places to go with this. Okay, and I probably needed a bigger pot. Okay, so that can go into the trash. Okay. I am going to use medium cheddar. This is going in both the $1 million spaghetti and the baked macaroni and cheese. Because like I said, I promised my girl some baked macaroni and cheese. Okay, I will. I really will. I was looking at, I finally found your email again. You know, I lose things right in my computer. So I'm going to cut this cheese up. It just goes faster when it's cut. So, I've got to show you the, and I meant to write that in here, the steamers, because it was kind of a fail. Well, now it's still sizzle because I tried one in the shower and everything, but the other ones, the ones that I did with the Epsom salt, not the Epsom salt, the eucalyptus or the tea tree, okay, that seemed to just bubble over. Okay, the other one was kind of still, like crumbly, so it didn't completely fold. So we will do it again. You know, I'm gonna show you the fails. I don't like to bring it downstairs and do it in my kitchen because, there's a mixture of food and stuff and whatever, and it just doesn't go right. And let me put this down just so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm cutting this up. So I will probably do that again sometime this week, but next Friday we're going to do something else anyway. So, but I will show you that this week. We're also having a guest Tuesday. It's from the Botanic Garden, so I'm sure you'll enjoy her. But I'm going to put that ad up shortly. Okay, so that's that. Now, this is the other. This is the Borden cheddar, and this is cheddar melt. I have to get more cheese. So I stuck myself in the finger, right? I'm always doing something to myself. It's fun. I'm going to put half of the bag in here, the cheddar melt. Okay, I'll put this up in a minute. Okay, now lastly, when I go shopping, I have to get more cheese, some mozzarella. I have a list of cheeses I have to get. Okay, and this is pepper jack. Amira? Never mind. I think I need a little bit more, don't you? I'll put this in a plastic bag after. And of course, I need a little bit for myself. Come on. Hi. So anyway, I'm going to cut this up and put it in. What's she upstairs doing? Okay, so I chopped all these up. So next comes the heavy cream. Let me clean this, put this out the way. Pepper jack, I love this cheese. What are you looking for?
I'm getting a roll. I'm eating cheese.
Because I want to. Why are you eating a bowl?
I'm not eating the bowl.
Mm-hmm.
I'm eating food out of the bowl. That's the difference.
Do you have to come in here now? You know I'm not on. Go ahead.
I'm pouring my cereal.
Mm-hmm. I told you that before.
You didn't tell me anything.
I told everybody.
You said that. You said you were going to do it upstairs.
No, I did not say I was going to do it. Don't tell me what I said. How you going to argue with a 9-year-old?
I'm the 9-year-old.
No, I'm the 9-year-old.
You're 90 years old.
All right, hey, then how you going to argue with a 90-year-old? Kids. It's going to be cheesy. You know it. Okay, so I got this. See how cheesy it is? Now, this is going to go into.
I'm just playing myself some cereal.
I'm not bothering you. Quit bothering me.
I'm not. You're bothering me by looking at me.
You're bothering me by looking at me.
I'm not even looking at you.
Yes, you are.
I'm looking at my cereal.
You know what's this is like Joey and Renee. Quit looking at me. No, quit looking at me. No, quit looking at me.
Stop talking inside.
Maybe. You going home for good?
Huh?
You going home for good?
Oh, no.
I thought you said you were going home.
I didn't say that. I said I'm going to get more cereal.
Oh, I bought more boxes of that.
Hmm?
I bought 3 more boxes of that.
Awesome.
Remember I told you?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
did tell me that.
Okay, so I know, hey, I mean, you know what? Welcome to the party. That's how it goes around here. So I'm going to turn this around now. Get a little salt, just a little salt. And a little pepper. And I think I'm going to use all of this because there isn't that much left in here. So let's use all the cream. Let's use all the cream. Now you can use heavy cream. You could use whipping cream. Whipping cream and heavy cream are just the same. You can use milk. You can use canned milk. You can use half and half. You can use whatever. You can use milk substitutes for this. Okay, to melt it. And then of course you can use cheese substitutes too. I forgot which one we have for my granddaughter because she's allergic to the air. So we'll go into the stove. And then, of course, I'm going to do one more thing because some of this. Now we're going to turn this meat sauce off because it's done. You take long. Now I'm going to melt this down. I'm going to take this here. Now, put other things in here. I'm going to put a little bit of onion powder in. I'm going to put a little bit of oregano in, but I'm not going to put any garlic salt in because it's salty enough with the cheese. My oven for 400 had set a long time ago. And I'm going to melt my cheese now. Oh, okay, I got to change. I know. You can't see me. Well, that's good. Hmm. Okay, now we're cooking. So this is going to melt down. It's actually melting pretty quick. The ones that'll probably be the hardest will be the bigger chunks, the ones I cut up. So while I'm waiting for this to kind of melt down, I'll stir it and I'll get up and stir it again. I am going to. So this is kind of like lasagna, only it's spaghetti. And it's $1 million spaghetti. Look it up. And like I said, we're going to start to put the spaghetti in. And by this time, most of the bechamel will be mixed, be melted. It's getting there. But I have to remember to keep stirring it, so I'm going to have to get up and keep stirring it. Okay, so I'm going to take a little of this spaghetti. Handful, it's still hot. Yeah. Ooh, it's hot. I think I need to put some cold water on this just to cool it off just a little bit. That is hot. It's still hot. Okay, now we're coming back. Now we're cooking. That was kind of hot. Okay. So we're going to do this. Yeah, it does remind you of big spaghetti. Yeah, I always want you to look it up. Unless it's something that's real old and I get it from a cookbook. But you can probably still look that up too. And like I said, they have like all kinds of versions. I'm going to turn this around again. Because you don't want the bechamel to stick. And they do it different ways. It's like probably, I want to say, hundreds of recipes. And did you know that the Korean fried chicken, and I got this, and I don't know if I had told you this before. And so we're going to put some of this sauce on here. Okay. I'm going to spread it around. Well, what you're trying to do is you're trying to do different things so that you won't get bored.
Listen, I'm eating my dinner here.
I'm talking.
Okay.
Okay, can I talk to my friends? Because when I want to talk to you, then you, huh?
What friends?
On Facebook, on YouTube. It's funny how 9-year-olds don't think you have a life.
Listen, I'm 10.
You're not 10.
Yes, I am.
You want to be 10, and then when you turn about 2010, then you'll want to be 10 again, 9 again.
2010 is not a thing.
You don't know what is a thing.
210. 210 is a thing.
Yeah, all right, but 2010 is a thing too.
It's 210.
Well, whatever.
You need help.
Huh?
Do you have a doctor?
I'm a doctor?
Do you have one?
Yes, I do.
You need a therapist?
I am a therapist. I don't need one.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Yes.
You're going to need one if you don't leave me alone.
Huh?
You're going to need one if you don't leave me alone.
Yeah, right. My mom will go to
Your mother will just look at me and go, yeah, you're right. 9-year-olds. Nine-year-olds. So we're going to spread this around. Remember, you can put other things in there too, besides just the, All right, let's spread this around. Now, let me get this macaroni ready. Okay. So now we have this. It's pretty well almost already. We're going to take this, the ladle. Okay. And we're going to ladle this over. And this will just seep right on through. And like I said, I should have told you that I had already sprayed the That's there. So I have to get a paper towel because I did spill a little bit, of course. I'm going to open up the oven. Turn the tray around. Wipe this off a little bit. Kind of rest it. Like I said, wipe this off so it won't get sticky in there. Okay, now we're going to put it in the oven. Okay, so I'm going to wait a few minutes to let that cool off. Then I'm going to make my baked macaroni. But like I said, I'm doing the baked macaroni in the pan. Actually, yeah, so do the baked macaroni and well, the macaroni and the cheese. So, whew. Yeah, I know, but she's to 9 and you know what I mean? Right now, we've been through so much that, my mother just would have hit me in the mouth. But hey, I don't believe in all that. I don't believe in letting them get away with anything either. Anyhow, yeah, so when you look it up and stuff like that, it has different genres of the spaghetti. So I'm going to put that in the oven. It'll take about 20 minutes. But I want to talk to you about, first of all, I called you out, Carol. You're one of the ones I picked. Mop, I don't know where she went. I don't know, Ray of Sunshine, you want to do it? Now, yeah, well, I can't do it with one hand. It's impossible because my hands are not like that. I'm trying. Okay, I'm really trying to lift. Well, I have weights down here in the kitchen. And I have weights in my bedroom. And then I have weights in the den, but I can't use those because they're a little bit too big right now. But I do try to lift weights and stuff like that. I am going to not intimidate myself and think, well, I'm going to get back to where I was, but I'm going to get a little stronger. So everybody can work with me on that. But anyway, so here's some of the things that I want to ask all of you. Okay. Number one, what are some of the things? And if you look up something, that's fine. Okay. If you're looking up some of the things, that's fine. What would you like to see me cook? What would you like to see me make? Because we've got Christmas in July and August, so I'm going to make little gifts and stuff like that. I'm not going to do Christmas decorations until like how to make Christmas decorations until like October, because I don't do much decorating anymore. My grandchildren are really kind of grown now, except for the 9-year-old. And so they retired the tree about 3 years ago. We went from big trees to little trees to little trees to little trees. And they just retired the tree. So I think I have like two little trees on the fireplace. I decorate the fireplace and stuff like that with stockings and things like that. But I'm just not into decorating anymore, because nobody's going to take it down. So I'm not going to put it up and then take it down. It's just too much. So I want to hear from you all what you want me to do. And in a minute, I'm going to get up and do the macaroni, but I'm going to do it in the pot. So, and then you can see that. And I'm getting into these one-pot situations. Now I got to make meatloaf because he likes meatloaf. So that's the other half of the The really Joe's stockings out? Yeah. I don't have any Joe Arena stockings anymore. I used to. I don't know what happened. I think when I moved here, but that was some years ago. I think some things got thrown out by mistake. Bread pudding the old-fashioned way? Because I'm down for that. I haven't made bread pudding in a while, but I would love to make it. But now, wait a minute, because I make it with raisins. So if that's going to be good, then I'll make some bread pudding. You know, I make it the way my mother used to make it. You know, with the custard and all that. And when I'm going to make ice cream. I'm going to make ice cream 2 different ways. I'm going to make it with my ice cream maker, but I'm also going to make it with, yeah. Okay, good. I'll do it with the raisins. Okay. I'm going to make your mother handmade one. That is so nice, Carol. That is so nice. Because like I said, he was a Christmas and the 4th of July. Christmas, he'd be out there early in the morning barbecuing. And Thanksgiving too, come to think of it. Those were his holidays. That was his jam. He'd be calling me, Mom, how you make this? I'm like, oh God. I would send him some recipes. He would lose them. But he used to like to cook anyway. He was really, when I was in the kitchen cooking, he'd be right there with me. His sister, not so much. She can cook though, but she learned later on, but she was like, nah, I ain't interested. Okay. He'd be in there cooking with me. Okay, with raisins. I don't put nuts in it. I like nuts in some things like pecan pie and stuff like that, of course, but I don't like nuts. I don't make if I do make like, breads and stuff like that, I don't use nuts in my bread either. I don't like nuts and things. I just like nuts plain mainly by themselves. And I really, this coffee's good. So I'm going to have some guests on for different things. And also I want to know, okay, if it's at all possible, do you want me to start doing the herbs and the vitamins and everything? He learned that not from me, because I made a pretty decent one, but from the woman that lived next door, Mrs. Cooley. We lived, in the South End, and on our street, Braddock Park, every woman had one recipe that, we liked. And one recipe was like the lady next door, she had made the best oatmeal cookies ever. Mom made certain things that he liked. Miss Cooley made the best sweet potato pie. Okay. The other people next door, well, yeah, by the time he was there, yeah, because there was somebody, Mrs. Gilchrist was there first, but then she sold the house and the Gilels moved in there, and they were from the Trinidad, and they would make roti and stuff for Christmas and stuff like that, and then so on and so forth down the street, Yeah, with winter coming. I'm actually going to set up some things for training and stuff like that, so you know what to take and stuff like that. I mean, no, everybody knows pretty much echinacea and stuff like that, but just different things, and maybe even teach you how to make some cough syrups and stuff like that. It'll keep me busy, and keep me focused. I like them to snack on, Carol. I'll eat nuts all day, but I don't like them in cake. I've just not been one of those. I think somebody made me a walnut cake and it was good, but I could have done without the walnuts, because I never said that to her. But excuse me 1 second. Hadia, come here a minute, honey.
Yeah.
Is the air conditioner off in there?
Yeah.
Turn it back on, please. The oven's on.
Oh.
You'll get smoked in a minute. these kids, they tickle me. They don't like the air conditioner. And normally I don't like it, but with the ovens on, I got to have it on. Okay. In fact, let me go get this little cookbook. I'll tell you, this little cookbook. Let me tell you about the cookbook that I'll get. It's right there on the counter. This cookbook, we all put together when my daughter, Rena, was in, I want to say pre-K. And it was from John Winthrop School. And I don't know, maybe Carol might know of it or heard of it, but I don't even know that it exists anymore. I'm not in Boston anymore, so I wouldn't know. So we just made a cookbook for a fundraiser. So I'm going to go get it. Thank you, Adia. Adia. Adia! Thank you. I said thank you. Okay, let me put this. I'm going to put this in there now. Let me turn this off first. This stuff is still hot. I got to steam. Well, it's funny how my mother would know it and could put it in when everything. Well, I guess I don't know. She might have done it when it was hot, but I don't. My hands are not that sensitive, but this is hot. Oh, it's this one. Okay. So this has to have. I'm going to turn this on. Then I'm going to put some butter in it. Then I'll tell you about the cookbook. Turn it on a low flame. Put some butter in it. Let's have butter or margarine, depending upon what you like. I'm gonna put a little bit of garlic salt in. And a little bit of onion powder in. I hope you can hear me, onion powder. And we'll mix this until the butter melts, and then I'll just turn it down. I'm sorry, turn down, but see that coming off? I hope you can see that. See that coming off there? Okay, so we're gonna leave that there. I'm gonna let that just simmer. Now I'm gonna tell you about this cookbook. This cookbook was called Culinary Art. I'll show you the cover. This cookbook was made. Hey, Makeup Mama, how you doing? Had to go eat. I know. You got to go eat, Mom. This was Culinary Art, and I'm sorry again for the glare. I don't know what's going on with this. I'll find out tomorrow. I'll call the company. And this was Culinary Art, and this was made in well, my daughter was either 3 or 4. It was made actually, because I don't think it says that. But one of the cookies that was in here, I think it's, yes, the Fanny Farmer cookbook, and it's oatmeal cookies. I'm having a great day. What about you? It's like this oatmeal cookie, but it's a flat cookie, and it's a cup of oatmeal, light brown sugar, flour, salt, and then you mix it up. Then you melt the butter, and then you beat 1 egg slightly, teaspoon of vanilla, and then you just kind of spread it out, And it's one of the best cookies. It's one of the fastest cookies you can ever make. But they have some things in there, and I was liking this because, okay, well, yeah, it was John Winthrop Nursery School. I don't even know. I only know one of the mothers that's still alive because she was the minister's wife. The minister is now dead, but she's still alive because her sons keep in touch with me, and they keep in touch with Joey. Well, keep in touch with Rena now, but yeah. But it doesn't say when it was made. But there are devil cream dip, which is sour cream, can of deviled ham, red horseradish, and Lipton's onion soup. Lipton's onion soup, and people are starting to use it again, was like the staple in everybody's house. Okay, so then they had petite croissants, a crevet, okay, which was 8 slices of white bread, 1 pound of shrimp, 1 cup of light cream, a tablespoon of capers, 6 tablespoons of butter, 2 tablespoons of flour, 1 tablespoon of chopped parsley, and 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, salt, and white pepper. So then, it tells you what to do with the bread. Now, I think we're going to try some of these. Okay? And see what happens. Because they have all kinds of amazing things in here. And I happened to be doing something, and I came across this again, and I was really happy about it because, it was from each family, and, each family has their own thing, but a lot of the things in here are really good. And I tried them years ago. I haven't tried them recently, but I'm going to try it. So this is nosettes of lamb on orange potato cakes. I'm not sure. I know some people still swear by it. Other people don't even know what it's about. But okay, so this is kalabi. It's 3 pounds of short ribs, and then 2 chickens cut into serving pieces, or pork, and cut into strips or beef chunks. So what you do is you marinate with ginger and mince, 3 tablespoons of powdered ginger, 3 cloves of garlic minced, 3 whole stemmed scallions chopped, 1 cup of Japanese soy sauce, and 1 cup of sherry. And then you broil or grill until nicely browned. Okay, so I could use that. American lasagna, pretty much there's like 900 different, okay, paella, which is something that I make. And everybody's paella is different because theirs calls for 1.5 pounds of bone pork loin, 2 chicken breast bone, 1/2 pound of chorizo, 1 pound of leg of veal, boned and pounded. Okay, that's some. I don't know whose paella that one is. 1/4 a pound of chopped liver, 1 pound of bay scallops washed thoroughly, olive oil, 2 sweet red peppers, 2 green peppers, they'll all diced, 1 pound of raw shrimp. Now they're getting into it. 1 pound of fresh peas shelled, 3 large cloves of garlic minced, 1 large Spanish onion, 1/2 teaspoon of oregano, 2 cups of saffron rice. I got that. And then 4 to 5 cups of chicken broth, 1/2 a pound of mushroom slice, and 1 tablespoon of butter, salt, and pepper. So we mostly do the chorizo. I got that. And then we do the scallops and the shrimp and the chicken. This is somebody else's altogether different. Minus the lamb. Oh, you don't like lamb? Do you really use onion soup in your hamburger? I use onion soup. I started using it again. I kind of like left it alone, and then I started using it again. Okay, so this is oyster scallops. I don't like oysters though, but that's good. Hippie hash. Well, in my defense, this was way back in the. My daughter was born in '67, so I was hippie. Yeah, I was. I'm gonna go check my food. Be right back. Mom, just going over there. Oh, I'm going over there. That's all. So I was hippie. I'll tell you about my hippie days. Not finished? That's looking good in that oven. Okay, so back in the 60s, I was a hippie. I'm actually still a hippie kind of. I'm more bohemian now, more bohemian than Hoogan. If anybody doesn't know what Hooga is, ask, I'll explain it to you. Yeah, they're very unique. They were actually a group of women. We'll turn that off in about 5 minutes. A group of women who we were Episcopal women, most of us, and the elementary school, John Winthrop School, was an Episcopal. It wasn't an elementary school; it was a preschool, and because my first husband was Episcopal, and I became Episcopal, and but I was a hippie. So a couple of the other women. So if you want to know, I burned my bra. The only time I wear one now is when I go to church, or when I was working. I always wore one, of course, or when I go someplace, that I've, I really don't go any place. I mean, I go shopping and stuff like that, but when I go to church, I do wear a bra. I do that, but I burned my bra. I was happy as a yeah. And when they said burn your bra, I went out and burned it. Okay. Um, so and my mother like kind of like looked over her glasses at me and said, "Really? Seriously?" And I'm like, "Yep." Um, but we got into natural foods before it was actually not vegetarian foods, but natural foods, cooking naturally. Well, because our mothers cooked naturally and wholesome, so we made our own baby food. We made our own juices. We made all kinds of things. And I think the first juicer that I had was a Braun. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm turning this off. Just give me 1 minute. I'll give that another 10 minutes. Then I'm going to take it out. Then I'm going to let it rest. So I had a Braun, and what was really nice about the Braun was that when it cost, was one of the juices we had to clean the screen, everything like that. So we juiced a lot of stuff, stuff like that. I think trying to not reinvent our mothers or be our mothers, but be our own individuals. So we just got together and did a lot of things that were quite nice. This hippie hash right here, this is hippie hash. Okay, so this one calls for hamburger, a large onion, 1 green pepper, 1 small can of corn, 2 cans of tomato soup, 8 ounce 8 ounces of dry uncooked noodles, half a teaspoon of oregano, chopped olives, and grated cheese. And you know what? I think I'll try this. I think I'll try this. I think I'll. Now the other one is Creole pork skillet. And 4 cups of diced cooked pork, 3 cans of tomatoes, 2 large onions diced, 1/4 cup of chopped green peppers, 1/2 cup of chopped celery, 1/4 cup of oil, 1 teaspoon of chili powder, 1 teaspoon of sugar, 2 teaspoons of flour, and 1.5 teaspoons of salt. So that might be interesting. All right. Okay, so this one's different. Tamale pie. It's Mexican. So I'm assuming that the girl that did this was Mexican. I'm not really sure. I don't remember at all. Like I said, I only remember the one lady, and that's because she was our minister's wife. So this calls for cornmeal crust, 2.5 cups of water, 1 teaspoon of salt, half teaspoon of chili powder, and 1.25 cup of cornmeal. That ought to be good. Okay. The filling is 2 teaspoons of shortening, 1 pound of ground beef, 1 cup of each of chopped green peppers, onions, and sliced ripe olives. Okay. 1/2 cup of chopped celery, 2 cups of tomatoes in a can. So that's, 1 cup of cream style corn, 1 clove of garlic crushed, 1 tablespoon of chili powder, 2 teaspoons of salt, and 1 cup of grated cheese. That sounds interesting too. So we're going to try the hippie hash. And see, the thing for me, let me mark these on. I moved all the pencils over there. Let me dog ear these. Yeah, you know what I mean? That would make a good crust. So I'm going to dog ear the tamale pie. Okay, so then, now this is breast of chicken Normandy. I don't like chicken breast, so I have to use chicken thighs. But it says 1 whole chicken breast, boned and flattened, salt and pepper. Doesn't say how much. 1 teaspoon of powdered thyme, 4 tablespoons of finely chopped onions, 2 teaspoons of salt, 2 cans of chopped mushrooms drained, 2 sticks of butter or margarine, 1/2 pound of chicken livers chopped, 8 ounces of grated Swiss cheese, 2 cups. Well, in other words, so 8 ounces is 2 cups, 1 beaten egg, and some breadcrumbs. Okay, and then it says the supreme sauce. Okay. Okay, the hash for the hamburger is no for you. Okay. But the tamale pie sounds good. Okay, so the supreme sauce for the chicken Normandy is 1/4 a cup of butter or margarine, 1/4 cup of flour, 2 cups of chicken stock or chicken broth, 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, and 1/2 cup of light cream. So that might be good, but I can't use, I don't like chicken breasts at all. I seem to not, I don't know. They taste dry to me, and it might be just, and it isn't just mine either. So now they have Vin, which is COQAUVIN. And this is 2 tablespoons of butter, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 1 clove of chopped garlic, 4 chicken breasts. Okay, we'd have to substitute the chicken breast. Cut into sewing pieces. You know this is old. Okay. 1/2 to 3/4 pound of mushrooms in large pieces. 1 cup of rosé or red wine, 1 bay leaf, and 1/2 teaspoon of thyme. Okay. Now the next one is barbecued chicken, spare ribs, meatloaf, and pot roast. Okay. Now I have my father-in-law barbecue recipe, so I'm going to try it and see, what it comes out to. All right. Which one, honey? The it's ready. It just needs a set. Mhm. You want to eat some? Okay. It's hot. It's very hot.
What's this?
The mac and cheese. Okay, so I know this was tacos because no, it's Yoshiko Yamaguchi. Okay, I thought it was tacos, but that was the. Mhm. Okay, I thought that was the minister's wife name, but this. Good night, Carol. Okay, so this was roast pork roast Yamaguchi. Okay, 2 pounds of boneless pork roast, 6 cups of chicken broth, 1/2 pound of small onions, 8 tablespoons of raisins, 1 cup of green peas, 2 tablespoons of oil, 1 bay leaf, and salt and pepper. So it doesn't say much, but we might, I don't know, I might try that. So there's a lot of really good recipes in here. Okay, so I am going to, well, here's a hot seafood salad. Be right back. I'm going to take this off the oven. Can't really see it. I'll bring it over. real quick because this is hot, hot. And that's how it looks. So we wait for that to just kind of settle. That's ready too.
All right, I'm about to eat some of that. I'm just
Okay. Yeah, we eat all day.
That's what I said.
Mm. So I want to know about this. I didn't see this. I haven't looked in here in a while. The hot seafood salad is 1 pound shrimp, 1 pound lobster, 1 pound crab, 1 cup finely chopped onions, 1 cup finely chopped celery, 1 pint of SS Pierce mayonnaise. I never heard of that. Might have been something that we had years ago. I don't think might still be in Massachusetts. I don't know. 3 tablespoons of butter and 1.5 cups of French onion cracked cracker crumbs. So, and it's just really just bake it. It's a hot seafood salad. That ought to be interesting.
You should have made garlic bread.
You should tell me these things before it gets before I finish stuff. I'd be glad to do it. I'm not going to do it now though. Okay, so here's one here. So this is called macaroni Inverness. I never heard of that before. 8 ounces of large seashell macaroni, 1/2 a cup of butter or margarine, 2 minced garlic cloves, 1/2 pound of mushrooms, 1 cup of snipped parsley or diced, 2 cups of coarsely chopped fresh clams, or 2 cans of minced clams, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1/8 teaspoon of pepper, and grated Parmesan cheese. That ought to be really interesting. I'm just going through the book. I'm gonna actually take some of the cookbooks and the old cookbook books that I have, and I'm gonna start doing some things in that as well. But all right, here's one I like. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it does. But I mean, well, you can't ride a horse, you gotta ride a camel. So we have 2 seafood places down here. We're right by the water. So yeah. But now here's my dilemma. I like fresh seafood, but I'm from New England. So the seafood that they have that's fresh here is different than the New England clams, the New England lobster's bigger and stuff like that. So, and I don't like, well, let me not say that I don't like crabs. I do, but I don't like digging through them and breaking the shells up and stuff like that. I just don't like doing that. So I'd rather just get the crab meat. So of course, when you get the crab meat, you get it in a can. But yeah. But I have this right here is coffee bread. And it's 1 cup of milk or cream, 1 package of dry yeast, 1/2 cup of butter, 1/3 cup of sugar, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 cup of sifted flour, 2 or 2.5 cups of sifted flour additional, 1 egg well beaten, 1 cup of finely chopped almonds, and 1/3 cup of sugar. So, and then it goes on to tell you what to do, and I'm not going to read all that, but that ought to be really interesting to do coffee bread. Okay, so let's see what they have for dessert. No, my husband does crab, and it was funny because I like them, but I just don't like digging through them and cracking them and everything like that, and I just don't. It's just too much work. Okay, so Let's see, there's lemon jello cake. There's apple nut rum dessert. Okay, real simple. 1.5 cups of brown sugar, 2 eggs, 1 cup of pecans, 1 apple, 4 tablespoons of rum. Okay. Oh, this one here is by my minister, my old minister's wife, Taco Dwyer. And this is lemon jello cake. And this woman was Japanese, but this woman could cook. And I used to go down because she would tell me different things and I would show her different things. And by the way, I think I was getting ready to tell you all about the Korean fried chicken that I made. I didn't know until Alton Brown, the one who does Good Eats, was saying that, and I should have really known, but he said that the black soldiers taught the Koreans how to fry chicken. So I'm thinking, and every Asian culture pretty much has fried chicken. So I'm thinking that, well, there's Japanese fried chicken, and I think, so I'm thinking that the black soldiers taught them. I didn't know that. Well, that was good. Anyway, so her lemon jello cake is 1 package of lemon cake mix, 1 small package of lemon jello, 3/4 cup of salad oil, 3/4 cup of water, and 4 eggs. And then it says, you know, I'll tell you, I'm going to do some of these. There's rice pudding. Yeah, I love crabs already done for me though. Chocolate mousse pie. I'm not even going to. Okay, Danish puff. Cook together 1 cup of flour and 1/2 cup of butter. Sprinkle on 2 tablespoons of water and mix. Round into a ball, divide in half, pat into rectangular 3 by 12 on an ungreased baking sheet. Yeah, Korean fried chicken has history, and you would think I would know it because 3 of my brothers, maybe 4, were stationed in Korea. But like I said, they were so much older than me that they might have been talking about it. I really doubt it was any of my brothers, but I'm just saying, not that they couldn't cook, but you know. But anyway, I was like amazed when he said that because I was probably going to look up the history and stuff like that, but you know what I mean? It's a good chicken. I mean, if you haven't made it yet, I've made it on here, so you know, I might make it again because Korean fried chicken again has different variations. But the Danish puff is pat into a rectangular 3 by 12, ungreased baking sheet, mix and bring to a boil. 1/2 cup of butter and 1 cup of water. Remove from the heat. Add a teaspoon of almond extract. Add a cup of flour, all at once and mix. Beat in 3 eggs separately. Spread half of the dough evenly. Spread half of the dough evenly on each of the above rectangles. Bake in 350 degrees in the oven for 60 minutes and frost with powdered sugar and butter and frosting and sprinkle with nuts. That looks interesting. Because I mean, you know, and that's pretty much it for that one. But that was one of the first cookbooks that, not one of the first ones, because I had a bunch of cookbooks from my mom. But yeah, Korean fried chicken has a history. Is it good?
Mm-hmm.
She says it's good. Did you try the other one too?
Yeah.
You like that?
What, this?
The macaroni, or did you try the spaghetti?
I tried both.
Okay, they're both good.
Mm-hmm.
I just bought three more boxes of it, so I'm gonna put one away for them because they're gonna go away. The bigger boxes. Remember the ones I got before? They're the bigger boxes. Okay, because you all know that I'm hooked on Amazon, but I do a Leah's deal. So what happened?
eating my cereals, please. Y'all better say something to me.
Did you not say we can have some?
I'm playing. I just said say something to me.
No, I'm gonna pour the whole thing.
You know what? I went upstairs and I was looking at it. I'll bring it downstairs, but you know, your milk and your cheese and stuff like that. So we need to, when we go shopping again, we need to get all that.
But you know what's not good? I'm like,
What?
No, you want to know what sounds really good? Water rice. Facts. I was looking at a picture of it.
You know, you can make water rice.
Yeah, but it's not. Sometimes
it's not the
more
same.
stuff.
Yeah, but it's real water rice is homemade water rice.
It's just not the same.
If you have real water rice
It's
from,
just not the
Buying
same.
things that is better sometimes.
Mhm.
Sometimes, but it's,
Yeah, I
you don't
know.
make it. Yeah, you don't have to make it. It's
but
really,
real water rice, because when I first moved here the first time, they used to have these little Italian, and I'm telling history so that everybody can hear it. They used to have these little Italian vendors downtown in Wilmington when I moved here the first time, and they would make their water rice and stuff like that. That with shavings of lemon in it and stuff like that. That was so good. The water rice now is good, but not like before.
That's me.
That's because you never had it really made.
That Wawa middle of the night. Go in there. Get fluffy.
When you go to Wawa's in the middle of the night?
really.
He got it in backwards.
My friends.
You got tape on it.
My friend has an
He
older
put it
sister.
in backwards.
My friend has an older sister,
Mm-hmm.
and she takes us to Wawa at like 2 a.m.
Oh, that's nice. It's really nice. You're gonna have to. I don't put it on some kind of way because he put it on all backwards. I think that he just. The water ice, or the water from the rice? Because I don't know. I've never drank water from it. Oh, you're talking about for rice milk? I have made rice milk, but it's not like that. It's a little bit different. It has to blend in the blender and stuff like that. So it's actually not water from the rice. If you're asking about rice milk, did you get it in okay? Yeah, you put it in right though. No, it's water ice. It's water ice. It's water, sugar, lemon peels, orange peels, different types of fruits. So water ice is what it is, and it I'm gonna have to make it so that you can see what it is, you know, because like I said, I don't think that they never had any actually made water ice. You all right now?
Yeah.
Okay. If you want some more, I'll leave that on the stove. Okay. Ari, you finished eating? You want to take Poppy up something? Okay, when you get finished. Yeah. Yeah, like ices, okay? And they're really, really good. They're really, really good. So I'll probably do some. He's not here?
No, probably not here.
Oh, really? I don't even know. He's probably down the shop because I know he got his truck down there. I don't pay attention. Everybody knows but me. Anyway, I'm going to taste a little bit of the food and I'll tell you how it tastes. So I'm going to get up. I'm going to go get a little bowl. I'm going to get some food. I'll come back and show you the consistency. And then, okay, I'm going to get off, clean up my kitchen, and you know the rest. You know the rest. I don't have to tell you. But I'm going to tell you how it tastes. The $1 million spaghetti. So we're going to try this.
Okay, about to try it.
I think I'm not going to give you a challenge, Jay. Just make it and put it on and share it one day later. Yeah. Or that day, or, whatever. I'm not going to make it a challenge date. Because everybody doesn't have time like that. You know what I mean? Even though I'm retired, I don't have time like that. Excuse me, 1 second. I got to say my blessing. So, anyway, amen. Anyway, I'll make the bread pudding. We have to do our challenge for the end of the month for the Dollar Tree. Yeah, where I go to bed. I go to bed early. So this is hot. So I am not gonna put this cheese in my mouth right now. I think I did that once, just once, when I was young. I'll never do that again. But so I'm thinking, that I'm gonna go back into the herbs and stuff like that, and then go back into couponing and things like that. That will help us all. I've got everything done. I've got everything written down. So let's just hope. Well, you can't say that nothing's going to happen because, life is just life. Ari, you want any macaroni? Okay. This will go right here, don't eat. Maybe cereal, stuff like that. Her mother took her to the doctor's, but hey. He says she's fine. And I'm like, okay. And you can't make them eat, you know what I mean? She eats fruit and things like that. So she's doing pretty good. She will eat fruit, certain fruits, apples, watermelon. So we keep plenty of that. Needs a little bit more salt, but that's good. So yeah, Mobs, are you still there? Because I'm gonna put the names up. It's pretty good. I like the taste. It needs a little bit more salt, but I don't put a lot of salt in my food because he can't have it. So I put enough, to cook it, whatever, boil the spaghetti, whatever. But at the end of the day, he can't have a whole lot. So, but then I just salt it after. So. Want some spaghetti? It's $1 million spaghetti. That's what it's called. Right. You can taste everything in it. And that's good. So, you know what I gotta say. If you like this, like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment in the comment section. And I'm going to talk to you later. I love you. Take care. God bless. Stay safe and hold your families close. Bye-bye. See you in the next video. Love you all.